Annie. The first little paragraph will be for you, Grayson.
Okay. Um, ジャックは懐中電灯をつけ、震える手で本の、ページをめくった。Um, I think Jack, he has a flashlight. Um, and he has the page of the book. So I think he's shining the flashlight at the page.
Really close. Those are all contextual clues.
Okay.
So, tsukeru. What does tsukeru mean? Do you remember?
Was that to attach?
It is to attach. And what is that? What does that use when we were talking
Oh
about
yeah, to turn
electronics?
on,
The
like the
turn
light.
on. So it doesn't say he's holding the light. It just says he turns on the light. Holding is
Oh, okay, yeah.
contextual because he turned off the lights
Hmm.
earlier when they were hiding in the room. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is that he mekurus the page, which guessing that means to illuminate makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't mean to illuminate. Mekuru is to flip the pages of a book. It doesn't mean to flip, but it's used for flipping pages in the book. Um, it's like a different kind of metaphor for what that's used for. So he flips the pages of a book with what? What does he use? Does he use the flashlight or does he use something else to flip the pages?
Um, was hand.
Yes, he uses his hand. And there's something going on with his hands. It's furueru.
Hmm.
I'm
Is
gonna
it
do
like he's nervous, maybe?
yes. Yep, furueru is the verb that means to shiver. So his hands is shaking. Perfect. ここに白の見取り図が載ってる。僕たちがいるのはこの食料倉庫だ。ジャックは本に顔を近づけていった。So Jack says this as he brings his face closer to the book. So this place right here, it's it's depicted inside of the map of the castle, but this is specifically like the diagram map. So the place we're at is the storage house area that holds food.
Okay.
And then the next line will be for you, Grayson.
この部屋にあるのは小麦粉の袋や、is that a wa?
Yes.
ワインの樽だよ. Oh, okay. So that's okay. This room has a small amount of flour and also wine.
Mm. So the ko here doesn't mean small amount. Ko mukiko is just flour together. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
it's a powder. It's because flour is like from like a grain, and you need to grind it
Hmm.
into tiny little pieces. So the flour
Okay.
itself is grind. Is why the probably the ko and the ko are both in here, rather than saying the quantity is small. But yes, perfect. Those kind of things are stored in this room. そんなことどうでもいいわよ。それよりどうしたらここから逃げられるの so she says, such a thing as that, who on earth even cares about that? More importantly, what on earth should we do from here on, in order to run away? And then for you again, Grayson.
これだ。ジャックは本のページを指さしていた。Um, this he points to the page of the
Perfect.
book.
Yes. ここに隠し扉がある。ジャックは説明を読み上げた。So right over here is a door that is a hidden door, and it's right over here. And Jack, he starts to read out an explanation that is inside of the book. So that line will be for you.
城の中には秘密、ね、秘密の猫穴に通じるく扉がいくつもあった。Inside the castle, is that like maybe they have like a storage place?
Let's
Mitsu?
go. You should always try to find the particles for things. So we
Okay.
have the particle ga, right?
Yeah.
What does that mark?
The subject.
The subject. And we have the verb atta, which what does atta mean?
Is that aru to be?
To be. So there
Okay.
existed tobiras. What is a tobira?
I don't know.
Tobira is the word door.
Oh.
What kind of doors existed? Kakushi, kakusu.
Kakushi. I don't remember that one.
Kakusu means to hide.
Oh, so it's like a secret door.
Yes. So there exist secret doors. How many secret doors? Ikutsumo.
One.
That's a good guess. Itsu is one. Do you know what ikutsu means?
Oh.
It's a question word.
Ikutsu.
Ikutsu
Like
is how much.
How much? Okay.
And then we're adding a mo to it, the same way we can add mo to words like dare. Do you know what dare means?
Who?
Who? Perfect. If you add a mo to dare, that becomes everyone. Because the who is a question of person, right? And we're saying all the people. So here, the ikutsu, the how much, is adding a mo, meaning a bunch, right? The number is so many, we can't even count it. It gives off that kind of vibe. So it says there's a whole bunch of hidden doors here inside of the castle. And then these
Yes.
doors have more descriptive going on the term. These doors, they tsujiru. Do you happen to know what tsujiru means? Or toru?
It looks like like the path.
Yes, this is the path word. Yes, this is a verb that has to do with paths. The difference between tsujiru and toru is that tsujiru is like passive, I guess, or something like that. Basically, it says it leads to this location rather than saying it is the path I can take to the location or something like that. The meaning is very like we don't care in English. Difference type of thing. So basically, we have hidden doors that lead us to himitsu. What's a himitsu? It's just because adjectives work one, too.
Yeah.
What's a himitsu?
It's a lot of strokes in that kanji.
There's a lot of strokes, but himitsu is a really common anime word, I would say, because himitsu means secret.
Okay.
You're gonna hear that like a lot. So these hidden doors lead to us to secret nuke anas. Do you know what an ana is?
It looks like 8 with a hat.
It does. Ana is hole. And nuke means to go through. So holes you go through are normally some kind of underground passage, most commonly a secret passage, but it doesn't have to be a secret passage, hence why it's being modified by the word secret. So altogether it says, within the castle, there are several doors, hidden doors, that lead to secret underground passageways. which is a lot of words you didn't know, which makes sense why it was a hard sentence. 秘密の抜け穴は城の中まで攻め込られたとき、外へ逃げるための通路で、例えば食料倉庫からの抜け穴は石垣に通じていた。So secret passageways, the underground ones, right? These are exist as passageways that are for the purpose of running away outside when you are when the insides of the castle have been semikomaretad, which is probably invaded from the context, right? For example, from the storage food location, there is a underground passage that leads to the ishigaki, which I believe is the rock wall outside. I'll go guess. I'll double check. Yep, semeko. Yep, semekomu is to invade, so that was right. And ishigaki is stone wall. Yep. Ishigaki what is a stone wall? What do you mean by that? And this little line right here will be for you.
行ってみればわかるよ。Like we go and look.
Really close. You're super close to that. Do you know what wakaru means?
Understand?
Understand, yes. And do you know what ba means? We have eba going on right here. Eba. Versus like tara or nara.
Is that one of those
Cool.
like if whens?
Yes, it's an if when. Perfect.
Okay.
So it says if we ite miru, which you did translate that part, right? What does that mean? Ite miru?
If we go and look.
Yep, if we go and look, then we will wakaru.
Understand.
Exactly. That's what it says. We'll know if we go, is what it says. And what you did translate this right to go and see, but just letting you know, like reason wise, the miru here is not here because it's seeing. Like it is here because of that, but it tends to be more often translated as to try. But the seeing works better in the current translation in the sentence because it is actually literally saying to do something and check the results is the literal meaning of the sentence because it is a trying out something when you're not sure what the outcome is, but you are sure the action is going to happen. So we're sure that going is possible, basically, but we're not sure what would happen if we go there. So it's a question of that versus there's other ifs for things. So this is a very common if, temiru, but that's the kind of if. So it is right, it is to go and see, but it's not like I want to see it necessarily. It's like you want to see what the outcome is if you went and see. Just specifying that so that it's slightly there in your head for other weird sentences that don't let you translate it as directly. Because English is weird like that. とにかくその抜け穴から外に出られることが分かったんだ。Anyway, the one thing we do understand from this is the fact that if we go through this underground passageway, then it will allow us to go outside. まず隠し扉を探さなきゃ。So the first thing we gotta do is we have to search for the door, the hidden door. And then the next line here will be for you.
ジャックはほんの緑図を丹念に調べ 次に懐中電灯を照らして石の床を見回した。
Mm.
Okay, we have Jack.
Yep. 10 and Jack, he shiraberus. Shiraberu. Shiraberu is to research, which isn't
we have this one in
necessarily,
book one.
we probably have. It's not necessarily the best translation in this specific sentence, but that's like the meaning behind it. It's the normally to look up something like in books in order to gain knowledge is the most commonly way shiraberu is used. Versus like sagasu that we saw on the previous sentence, that is more like to look for like a physical object or an emotional thing. So the theoretically you could use like sagasu here instead, but it'd be weird because he's looking in a book, right? So he's trying to find information. So he's researching information in a book. The next important thing, do you think that's the thing marked by ni or the thing marked by o? What do you think is the next important thing?
I think the thing marked by O.
You're right.
Let's see.
Oh no, mitorizu. Mitorizu is like the floor plan, the blueprints.
Oh, okay. The picture of the blueprints
Mm-hmm.
of the book,
Yes.
like in the book.
Yes. What does he do with them?
So he's research. He's using that to research to figure out
Exactly.
where there might be secret passageways.
Exactly. That's exactly what he's doing. And he does this tannenni. So this is just an adverb. It means the information here is not particularly useful other than flavoring the text. Tannen means painstakingly or very carefully. So it just says he's carefully examining these blueprints in the book. So with that, sugi. You know what that means?
Next.
Yes. So next, he terasses. Do you happen to know what terase means? It's something
It's
you
got
can
those
use.
little. It's got those little the little feet that might be an animal or fire.
I would say it's fire in this context.
Okay, well we have the flashlight.
Yep, we have the flashlight, and it's not tsukeru. So what could this possibly be? It's not tsukeru. So what's something else that a flashlight can do other than turn on and turn off? Because turn off is kesu.
Yeah.
It's not that
Well,
either.
I don't know that he would be lighting the flashlight on fire.
Terase is to illuminate, but it's not like the
Oh, okay.
flashlight is illuminate. It's saying the flashlight is being used to illuminate something. But this
Right,
is
okay.
the kanji here means like illumination is what it is. So it's to shine on. So next, he uses the flashlight to shine things. As he does what? Ishi no yuka o mimawasu.
Right, so we have the stone floor. Miwa. Something about looking at the like watching a step maybe on the
That's a really good
stone floor.
guess. You might know mawasu on its own. Mawasu. Mawasu is to go around.
Okay.
So here it says mimawasu means his eyes, right, are looking around. So so he is watching a step, but it doesn't say watch a step. It just says he's moving the flashlight around on the ground. Perhaps he's looking on the ground, right, for the secret passageway door. It would be give off more that vibe than like walking around and he might like stumble over like a block or something. Like he's not watching his step to make sure he doesn't trip. He's looking around at the floor. Like if you drop something on the floor, you want to find it. 本に載っている隠し扉は 部屋の入り口から5つ目の由石の下にある。So the hidden door that is depicted inside the book is below the wooden flooring of the fifth, probably like a floor thing, like the fifth stone type of idea, from the entrance of the door. So we have the door, and then we have like the different cobblestones. So it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. It's right there at 5. That kind of idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And next line will be for you.
ジャックは床の石を数え、5つ目の石を強く踏んでみた。Okay. Okay, we have Jack. We have the stone floor.
数える。1、2、3、4、5. 数える.
Like he jumps?
That's a good guess. 数える is to count.
Ah, okay.
What does he count?
The stones or like the steps.
Exactly, the stones or the steps. So now we have 踏んでみた. Which one of these is your guess is more important? The first one or the second one?
I think the first one.
You're right, the first one is more important. 踏んで is the verb 踏む. 踏む means to step on. What does he step on?
The fifth step?
You're right, the fifth stone.
Oh, it's stone, yeah.
And how does he step on it? Does he lightly step on it? What does he do? 強く.
Like he does jump on it?
It could be, yes. 強く just means strong. So he puts a lot of pressure on to the step when he goes on it. And now we have mita, just like we saw earlier with 行ってみる. We now have 踏んでみる. Why is this miru here? Do you know?
To try. Like
Yep,
he tries
he's trying. And
to
he's
step on
not
it.
trying like, oh no, if I try to step on this, my foot might miss, right? There's no question in the action, but there is a question is what will happen when he steps on it, right? So
Right.
that's why the miru is there. It's I want to see the outcome of doing the action. So this is a better example, right, of how that miru works than the previous one we saw. But it's fun that we get both like very soon next to each other. Which makes it easier to kind of cram in that meaning. Since the next line looks small, you get that one as well, Grayson.
そこだけ少しぐらぐらする。
Okay, gura gura is like a wobbling noise. What do you think happened here?
He's losing his balance, I think.
That's a really good guess and does kind of make sense. But what's going on here is that he's actually describing the ishi that he stepped on. That just at that location, soko dake, only there, is there a little bit of like normally if you step on a rock, right, nothing's gonna happen. But if you ever stepped on like a loose rock, it's gonna wobble a bit. So basically, it's there. You could pick this rock up. Is like the vibe's going. There's a little bit of unstability here, but not like a crazy amount, right? It's skoshi. So he's probably not gonna trip over this. It's like if you step on like I don't know. It's just it's not. There's obviously something going on with that step. 懐中電灯を床に置き、石の間に指を入れて持ち上げようとしたが、一人では持ち上げない。 So Jack, he places the flashlight down onto the floor, and then he inserts his fingers in between the rock and like probably the flooring, because remember it was a wobbly rock, so there's a space there. He tries to pick it up, but he cannot pick it all by himself. Pick it up all by himself. Now, as a question for you, what does otosuru mean?
あー、音する。
持ち上げようとする。
I don't know.
It's the same as miru in English, as in to try, but it's different
Uh-huh.
because miru is right. It's a question, not a question of action. It's a question of outcome. Otosuru
Yeah.
is a question of action. He tries to pick it up, but there's a question about whether or not he can pick it up. No, it doesn't matter like what the outcome is. It's that he can't do the action in the first place. So he tries to pick it up, but he can't, right? Versus before the miru was funde miru, there's no question of whether or not he could step on the rock. The question is what happens if he steps on the rock. So that's how those two tries are used in Japanese. If it's a question of outcome, you're going to be using miru. If it's a question of action, you're going to use otosuru. So you'll see these
Mm.
back and forth very often in Japanese because of that. And then the next line will be for you.
Okay. 兄と二人が狩りでようやく持ち上げてみると、石の下には小さな木の扉があった。
So the gakkari means like to be in a job kind of idea. So the futari gakkari means like as two people. So this is just saying Annie went to go join him, and the two of them working as together is basically what it's saying. But it's like a weird way to say it.
Oh, okay. Because I saw the to as and so I was
It
like
is it is
Annie and two people.
um,
And
but
then I
it's
was like, who's
and
the
two
other
people.
person?
Yeah. So the difference is that it's not ga like not ga the subject. It's to with like this is almost like a verb, even though it's not a verb. It's just like a kind of like that. It's just saying he's the other half of the futari gakari is what it's saying. So it's just letting you know that Annie joined him. But yeah, they definitely did it in a weirdish way. So the two of them, they mochi agete miru to.
Uh, was that
Um,
from was that from like to hold?
yes, mochi is to
Yeah.
hold. You know what ageru means?
Um, to open?
That's a good guess. That's
Oh, wait,
ake,
to go up.
up. So hold up means to lift upwards. And then we have the miru again, which what does that tell us?
Try,
To
where it's a
try.
question of outcome.
Exactly. So we try to pick it up, but there's no question about whether or not they can. They're like, the two of us could totally pick this up, but we're going to see what's underneath this rock. And this is also described with yoyaku. Do you know what that is? Yoyaku.
No.
It is. Is it important? I'll do that instead. Is this an important part of the sentence?
I think it's just an adverb.
You're right. It's just an adverb, not even important. Yoyaku means finally, and it doesn't
Okay.
have a time insinuation. So in English, the word finally has a time insinuation, like a while, but instead it's an action of saying like this was like what we were wanting to do kind of idea. So it's like finally, but like finally as in like the final action without like a time phrase insinuated in it. So finally is normally how it's translated, even though it doesn't have that time phrase. So basically, these two actions could have happened immediately after each other, and Yoyaku is
Mhm.
totally fine. But because the goal was to pick it up, we can use Yoyaku because earlier he failed. So we have a, ah, finally they were able to pick it up. But there's none of
Mm.
that time thing. Do you know what the toe is doing here?
Um, Wait, that's another one of those if whens.
You're right, it is an if when. Do you know what kind of if when toe is?
Mm, I'm sure I've written it down somewhere before. Is
Totally.
it like the certainty isn't, there's like, you're not sure?
It's the opposite. Toe is 100%
Oh, okay.
certainty. So right here, the sentence is in the past tense. I'm just going to teleport over here to where the tense of the sentence is. So because of that, anything that's happened in the past has always happened in the past, and there's no question about whether or not the past will ever change. Hence, in the past tense, you can always use to because it already happened. There's no question about whether or not it happened or not. It happened in the past. So because of that, when you use to in the past tense, they decide to add an extra meaning to it, which means immediately afterwards. So
Mm.
immediately after they pick something up, something happens, and this can be literally just you seeing something because you were not able to see it before, but now that you did the thing, you were able to see the thing. So a lot of times you'll say miruto together almost a lot like very generally tends to mean like we do this and then we look. Though here's like the try, but it's very common to have some kind of like appearance, visual information appear. So after they pick this up, immediately afterwards, they notice the next thing, which is Ishi no shita ni wa chisana ki no tobira ga atta.
Um, beneath the stone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was a small, not a small tree,
You're right. There
but
was a
like,
small tree, tobira.
okay.
What's a tobira?
Um,
It's like our word of the day.
what do we already have
Oh,
that one?
we have that is door.
Oh, right, yeah.
So there's a small wooden door. And you're right that normally these two things right here would be directly describing each other. It would normally be the small
Mm.
tree's door would be the more accurate like translation because otherwise they should have said chisai. But they use a chisana because na is more dramatic than e. So it feels like it's like a tiny little door rather than a small door is like the vibe difference. So that's probably why they said chisana here. Even though you're right that normally that would mean it's describing the wood and not describing the door. It's probably more allowed here just because wooden door flows together well than being that, but it's definitely a thing that happens. 扉に短いロープがついている. On the door attached to it is a small rope. ロープを思い切り引くと扉がガタンと開いて、真っ暗な穴が現れた. So when they pulled up the rope with as much energy as they could, the door opens up with a garan noise, and then they could see on the other side of the door, right, is a hole, right, the secret passageway, that is really dark, you can't see anything, and now we can see that because the door was blocking it before. And then this line will be for you, Grayson.
タックが懐中電灯で穴を照らし見ると、あ中に細長い鉢ごがかかっているのが見えた。
Perfect. So, Jack が照らして.
So that would illuminate.
Yep, Jack, he illuminates. What does he illuminate?
Um, the hole.
You're right. He illuminates the hole with what?
The flashlight.
Yes. And then why is there a Mewtwo at the end of the sentence?
Um, because he's gonna try it, and there's the question of the outcome.
Yeah, he's not sure what he'll see. And then we have the toe particle, which is telling us what?
Uh, Immediately afterwards.
Yep, so immediately afterwards, he tries to illuminate the inside of the hole. What does he mieru?
Okay, so inside,
Mm-hmm.
um, there's a long hachigo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what hachigo is.
Hashigo is a ladder.
A hashigo. Okay. Okay, yeah. Ladder. So there's a long ladder. Kakate iru no ga, which is doing something.
Uh, yes, that
No, I
ladder
got that
is
part.
doing kakateru. That is what the ladder is doing. So, um, for this sentence, is the verb of the sentence kakaru or mieru?
Mieru.
You're right, it's mieru. What does mieru mean?
Um, Look.
Yeah, to see, to be seen. One can see.
Yeah.
So one can see a no. What is no? What is the
Oh,
meaning
this
of
was like
that?
it was the use of the pronoun.
You're right, it's the pronoun no. So the thing they can see is the long ladder doing kakateiru. And kakaru is like to span, to cover type of idea. So it's just saying there is a ladder and it's long.
Okay.
Some long bridge thing. That's what he can see. That is spanning the location. よし、行こう。Okay, let's go. ジャックは懐中電灯を消して手ざくりではしごを降り始めた。So Jack, he turns off the flashlight and he fumbles around with his hands and grabs onto the ladder and begins to climb down. And then the next line will be for you.
兄が後に続く。Uh, I don't know if I know this verb.
You probably do know
Um,
Tsuzuku. You just pronounced it wrong, so it might have not registered in your head.
oh,
Tsuzuku.
Tsuzuku. Was that related to Tsuku?
Tsuzuku. No, not Tsuku. Tsuzuku
Tsuzuku.
is to be continued
Okay.
or to continue. So Annie, she continues Ato Jack.
She continues after him.
Yes, because he went down first.
Yeah.
Perfect. Um, I think I'm going to have us stop here since it's just the two of us today, so we don't get too far above everybody
Sounds
else.
good.
So I'll stop the record.